All right. So just a quick intro. You all know Shurjo. Okay, he was the
Right.
Google Google Cloud facilitator, and now he's the Postman student expert of our campus as well. And we have Shopnil with us, GDSC lead. We have Arnab and me, uh, me as the chair of ACMIM student chapter, and Arnab as the vice chair of ACMIM student chapter. And today we have Japsimran Singh with us as well. So Shurjo, can you just quickly introduce Japsimran? So that
I think Japsimran should say it himself. He is the Postman student leader, and just go ahead.
Hi everyone, I'm Japsimran Singh. I'm from Punjab basically. I'm Postman student leader since last year and also GDSE mobile development lead and also an organizer of API Fest. Surya had a prize in that event. if you know.
We are all four of us.
Just let them know about SADS because they know about SADS. So
yeah, SADS. I was the organizer, one of the organizers of that event. And today I will be the co-host with Surya and taking the hands-on session for this event. I will be walking you through how Postman works, the interface, how you could see things, the documentation stuff, how to fork a existing workspace, how to build a workspace, and also at the end we'll tell you something about swags. You will be winning some swags. So over to you, Surya.
Yeah, Japsimran here is already flexing his swags. Let's just wait a few more minutes for
just before
to join.
before we start. When we are waiting, we can actually have a quick talk with the audience. What say?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's give them the permission.
Anyone
to,
who wants to talk to us, anyone who wants who has any question about the event, who wants to turn on their cameras can do so as well. Wherever you are, we don't mind because we are in a similar situation as well. Okay, so you can just switch on your camera, you can switch on your mic and talk to us about anything you want. All right.
If you guys have any questions about Postman,
I see two or three
event,
people who might have interest in, like I have Chetak, I have Shavik, like these people are here, right? I just saw I even see Suchita here. So, yeah, you guys can speak up. I know you guys can.
All right. So let's wait for a few more minutes then. Ritesh?
Yeah, we already have 90 people. So it's just
let's wait till we hit 100 and then we'll start.
Yeah.
Okay. By that, we can't unmute. They can't unmute. Can someone just give them a permission to unmute? I'll just see.
Also, it's like 1 minute, and we have 100 people with us. I have never seen such an engagement. People are so excited.
Yeah, actually they are, and this is you can say a power of our community, kind of.
Can you unmute now? Achha, guys, can you guys unmute now? Can anyone just check and ask anyone if you want to ask anyone?
Yes, we can unmute.
Yeah. Right. Hi, Nitin. Hi, Shavik.
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
You guys can even switch on your cameras if you don't mind.
Anubhav. Hi, Shreyoshi, Shomojit, Keshav, everyone. Hi.
Do we have some people from first years as well?
Any first years, please?
Who has just got the essence of coding and sense of development and stuff?
All right. So
no first years?
Any first years?
All right. No issues.
All right. So there is
first year.
Oh, we have Dina.
So you're first year.
Yeah.
Oh, so
we have Somabrato as well. Sounds good.
We have a couple of people from first year.
Okay, there is Rashi, Preeta, Rene, Ghosh. All right, cool.
That's you guys can unmute. Like we are not beginning the session now itself. You can unmute and we can talk like around 10 minutes or so about anything you guys have in mind. And obviously, we'll be having the unofficial session after the official session ends, as usual.
Also, I have a question for everyone. How many of you people know what is Postman and how many of you have actually used Postman?
Okay.
Okay, so how many of you guys already know what an API is?
Yeah, that's the first question actually. Before Postman, what is an API actually?
Or
Shovik
Shovik
in the
has
chat.
used API.
All
So
right.
Shovik, can you just like go over it?
I think he shied away.
I have a
yeah,
mic
he,
problem.
yeah, he has a
too.
mic problem.
Mic problem. All right, I get it. Anyone
Everybody nowadays are having a mic problem, you know, not just nowadays, whenever the online classes started, everyone
Yeah.
started
And
having
a camera
mic
problem
problems.
as well.
That's the
Alright, so-
that's the typical anti-Viva Steve, you know.
Also, somewhat of an internet problems all of a sudden.
Yeah.
application programming interface.
Yes.
Shadnik. All right.
Good one.
That's
Good
great.
one.
Good one. That's
So just quickly, what exactly does, as you mentioned, application programming interface do? Why do we need it in today's life?
Yeah, so
Hmm.
Jitin is
It
actually
basically
right.
connects the front end and back end.
Yeah.
All right. Connecting front end and
Yeah,
back end.
actually, we know how to use the backend part and front end part, but we do not know how to connect them. So it's like that.
All right. So it's already 3:04, and we have above 130.
133. We
participants.
said we'll start at 100. We crossed 100.
Uh-huh.
All right. Okay.
So I think we can start now.
Yep.
Yep.
yeah.
All
and
right, so-
yeah, cool.
I'll just remove the permission here. All right, so I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, it's properly visible. Sure. Continue.
It's visible, right?
Yeah.
So,
It is.
and I'm audible, right? It's clear, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yep,
Good.
you're audible.
You're not visible though. Do we need
Yeah,
Shujo visible all time, chat?
I don't think they do.
Yeah. See, they're
Yes.
saying yes. We want
They're
you.
saying
They want to
yes.
see you, man. Come on.
Come on,
Oh,
come
no.
on, turn on.
People do want to see you, man.
Yes,
Come
people
on.
do want to see you. Come on.
Even Japsimran wants you to turn
Exactly. Even Japsimran wants
Oh,
to
no.
see you.
Okay,
Yeah.
I hope I'm visible.
on.
Yes. you are.
All right. So let's
All right,
begin.
so welcome everyone once again to the session. This is the APIs 101 session, and today we are going to learn about Postman. So just going to introduce myself over here. My name is Surya Sekhar Datta, and I'm a Postman student expert. My social handles are here, and they will be posted in the chat later on. Now over to my co-speaker is Japsimran Singh, and Japsimran, if you can go ahead and introduce yourself once again.
Yeah, hi everyone, those who joined late, we had an introduction. So introducing myself again, hi, I'm Japsimran, I'm from Punjab. So I'm a Postman student leader, also mobile development lead at my mobile development lead of Google Developer Student Club at my campus. Today, I will be taking you through what is Postman, how to use Postman, and we'll be giving some small task. So those who complete that task, they will be rewarded with some swags from Postman. So over to you, Surya.
Yeah, thank you, Japsimran. So I'll just go over the agenda of today's event in very quickly. We would give you an introduction to what API is and what Postman is. We will tell you how to send request to an API and how to receive responses back and how to pass them. We would try a few things out on our hands-on session, which Japsimran would take. We would give you a few follow-up resources so that you can continue on your journey to learn more about APIs and build a few mini projects as well. And finally, we'll have a small Q&A session if you guys have any doubts. So starting with what an API is. Think of yourself as you're in a restaurant, okay, and you need to place an order. So what you'll do, you will ask the waiter to place an order, and the waiter will relay your response to the backend, that is the kitchen. Now the kitchen will prepare the food, and the same waiter will bring the food to you. So in this case, the waiter is acting as an intermediate between you, the client, and the kitchen. Right? So this waiter is actually the API. This is actually how an API works. The API relays the request between the client and the server. This is how we can connect the front end and the backend services. So moving on to what an API is, sometimes we, moving on to a technical definition basically, sometimes we need to get the data from a service, for example, like Google or Facebook. And since we don't have the access to those companies' code bases directly, we cannot see the whole backend code they have, right? So they have created APIs for developers and the users so that they can get information about the services without having the need to access the code base. Both developers and non-developers use APIs to get data from popular services like, for example, like Google and Twitter, and almost every company has their own API. Even Instagram, I'm pretty sure everyone uses Instagram. Instagram has their own API. Okay. So the wonderful thing about how development works is that you don't need to build everything from scratch. You can use multiple services other companies already offer. Some are free, some are paid. Because so much software nowadays utilizes API and they aren't going anywhere anytime soon. This is why we are hosting this session today, so that everyone can learn about API, so that we can spread API literacy, and so that people can know what they are, how to use them, how to develop apps using them. Okay. So I'll just jump into a bit more technical aspect of APIs. I just took the example of Instagram, right? So how Instagram basically works is, first, in order to take the photo, Instagram uses an hardware level API. It communicates directly with your camera and it clicks a photo. Now the photo comes back to the Instagram app. Now this photo is on your local, this photo you just clicked in is in your app, right? The rest of the users cannot see them. What Instagram does is Instagram sends a post request to the server, and I just use a technical term called a post. These are the types of requests that you can send to a server or get that you can get a data back from the server. We'll cover this later. But Instagram basically sends a post request to the server, sending that image so that the rest of the users can get the data. And this is how Instagram basically works. You click a picture, you upload it to the server, and the rest of the people can see the picture that you just uploaded. Okay. So I just told that there's an API for everything. You can see there are so many different companies: Spotify, Twitter, Facebook, Google. YouTube to MP3 is a famous app that we once used when there was no Spotify, and Discord. Every application that you will use is having an API in the backend. Okay. So APIs basically turns software into Lego blocks. You know those plastic blocks that you put together, right? Everyone knows about Lego, I think. So the possibilities are endless. There are so many blocks. The only limit is your imagination. Even me myself, when I was a child, I used to play with Lego bricks for endless hours, creating buildings, cars, or whatever I wanted. But when I was bored with one of my creations, I could destroy it or completely start with something new from scratch, or I could be taking some part from the existing thing and replace it in a new thing. So basically, I could put existing structures together to create a massive spaceship, for example. This is the same case. You can use an API you already built in some different project. But there would be some minor differences though. Now, we talked about what API is, but now we need to talk about what Postman is. Postman is a collaborative API development platform that allows users to create, test, and run APIs. Postman is an industry standard tool, so you can run it across any platform you want, and it is used in the industry so much. As you can see, almost 98% of the Fortune 500 organizations use Postman. And if you're confused what this means, do not worry, because we are going to have a hands-on session and you will understand how to use Postman and how to send a request using Postman. basically, this is how APIs worked before there was Postman. This is a command line tool called curl, and you needed to send the request using this tool to the server, and the response you see is here. Now, it's so confusing for so many people to understand, right? But this is how Postman operates. It's just a simple interface, a graphical user interface. You just need to specify the endpoint, the request method, and send the request, and you will receive the response. It's so simple to use, right? So I just talked about requests and responses. I'll just go over them in short. Okay, so suppose you are the client and you need to communicate with the server over the network. What you will do is you will send a request to the server. If I take an example of Instagram, you are posting your image to the server, right? And the rest of the people, when you refresh your feed in Instagram, for example, that is a GET request that you are asking from the server what latest images people uploaded to the server. So the server basically responds back to you with the latest information, and you can see what people uploaded to Instagram. There are three main ingredients to making a request basically, and that is a request method. I just talked about that. That is the GET request or a POST request or a PUT request or delete. There are a lot of methods. Second, you need to specify where you want to send the request. That is the address or the endpoint, the URL basically. And third, you need to tell the path. You need to specify the path. We will go over what the path is shortly. Now, talking about the methods and the endpoints, these are the different methods I just talked about. There is GET, that is to retrieve information. There is POST, that is to send information to the server. There is PUT or patch, that is to update the already sent information to the server. And there is delete, if you want to delete anything from the server. The URL that you see here, that is the Google search URL, that HTTPS is the protocol, that is the scheme of the request you are using. HTTPS is just a secured version of HTTP, so it doesn't matter. It's over the internet anyway, but you should always use HTTPS. The host is the address of the server, where the server is located, the URL basically. And the path is the destination where the request can be heard or executed. This communicates directly with the backend in order to send the client the response back. But when we are requesting to an API, we need to specify a few details in the request. That is we can send the parameters basically if we want something specific that we are looking for. We also can, sometimes an API can be open API, but sometimes they might have some authorization options. Since this is an 101 session, we won't go over the full details of authorization, but in general, authorization lets API know what permission the client has. It determines the data that can be requested, and typically, this is just an API key, but there are many other types of authorization like access tokens, client ID, client secrets, etc. Then there are headers. Headers are basically metadata. Some APIs require you to send particular headers that are not shown in the URL, unlike how parameters show the key pair value. It's common practice to send a few authorization data inside the headers instead of the URL, because if you're sending it via the URL, if there is some third-party agent in your network, it can take the API keys from you. It can steal the API keys from you, and in that way, they would have the access. Finally, there's the body. This is mainly used for POST or PUT methods, where you need to specify the data that you need to send with a request. Typically, you will send a JSON object in the body. Right. So along with JSON, you can also send form data. You can also send text or HTML, XML files, and much more. These need to be sent using POST and PUT requests that I just talked about. If you need to send anything to the server, it needs to be in a POST or a PUT request. Here's an example of a JSON file. JSON file is basically a key value pair. There is a key that is a name, and the value that can change is the name of the user, the email of the user, the birth year, for example. And when you send something to the server would respond back. It would respond back using status codes. Now I'm sure everyone has heard about the infamous 404 status code when you cannot find a 404 not found status code. It occurs when you send a request to a server, but the server actually doesn't have the file that you're looking for. In that case, is the 404 status code. You must have also heard about the status code 200. That usually means okay. Matlab the response that you
Surya?
sent. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I think, can you please reshare the screen because there's a white space. So if I'm having the issue, yeah, it's fine now. It's fine now.
There
Yeah,
was
yeah.
a little bit of screen freezing issue.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think it's because of a network, basically because it's
Oh no,
lagging.
it's fine now. It's fine now.
Maybe
And
the
that-
API isn't connecting properly.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am having a bit of network issues, so yeah, maybe the APIs. All right.
There's issue again.
Okay,
It's fine now. It's fine now. Now
Yeah.
it's fine.
I am resharing my
No,
screen.
it's fine
Wait a
now.
second.
Not that good.
Whenever you're transitioning, actually, then the problem arises.
Okay, must be a problem with Google Slides as well. I'm using
You just
Google
keep switching.
Slides.
Just keep switching as you go. Okay.
Okay. So I'll just get back with the session. So you guys must have also heard about the 200 status code. That is, everything went okay with the request, or the 201 status code, as you can see in the screen. That means a post request that you sent was successful and the resource that you wanted to create was created. Along with the response, there would also be certain headers of the response, and there also would be a body. So that was
Again, a
actually
white
it
space.
for.
Yep.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm actually done with the theory part, and this is the link that you guys need to follow in order to go on with the hands-on session. So Japsimran, over to you, and I will send the link in the chat box actually.
Yeah. Just give me a moment. Let me share the screen. Is my screen visible?
It is visible.
Yes,
Yep, it's visible.
I send the link in the chat box.
Okay, cool. So let me copy
But
the link
before we
first.
switch to the hands-on, I think Rashi has a question here that what are the limits of API usage? When can we think that we have had enough with API?
Yeah, like if you are asking about the API consuming, you are consuming the API, so the limit would be enforced by the creator of the API. So if I create my API, I could give a specific access, public access. I could make a paid plan, give more access, like 1,000 requests per day, 2,000 requests per day in the free plan. I could give more in the paid plan as they made SADs. So in the SADs, if everyone uses the API and there's a huge load on the server, they have to shift on a paid plan for the server cost and other charges. They can give 100 requests per day for free. Okay, and after that 100 requests, the user has to pay a certain amount that could be per API request, or it could also be like that is a pay-per-go model. Like per request, you pay per like the cost.
Pay
And
as you
other,
go.
yeah, pay as you go model exactly. And the other model is like up to 10,000 requests. You pay a certain amount, like $10 up to 10,000 requests, and after that, like if you want a big plan, you want a 1 lakh request, like 1 million like request per month, then you can go with another plan. This is how the things could work. So the whole control is with the creator of the API. Any other doubts? Sides, okay. Yeah.
All right, guys. Before we go to the hands-on session, I think you guys should clear out whatever doubts you are having, because if you would be in doubt in this particular stage, then you won't be able to continue with the hands-on session. I guess. properly,
Yeah,
right?
we'll have the doubts for hands-on session in the end, but theoretical part, which we
Theoretical
have
part,
just
yeah.
discussed, yeah, we can
And
have some more
anyone,
questions.
anything? I think, can we let them to unmute themselves for just like 2 or 3 minutes?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll give them the
Japsimran, are you okay
permission.
with that?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so you guys can unmute yourself now and ask any question you have. We will not judge you based on the questions. Let me just tell you. Okay. Anyone? Any questions you have? Anything in mind? All right. So I think they are pretty clear and everything. Yeah. So we can go on with the hands-on then.
Yeah, if you have any questions, you can ask
Yeah,
that in
just
between.
post that in the chat.
Yeah, you can also turn on your mic at any moment.
Yeah.
That's not a problem. Okay. So we are on API 101. That is basics of API. Should I zoom out a bit? Zoom in. Yeah. Okay. So in this, we will be going through the basics of API in today's session. Before that, I'll log out and tell you how to log in. You can make an account. If you don't want to make an account, just like I have, you can just use sign in with Google. That's it. 2 steps.
Sign in also uses an API, right?
Yeah.
It does.
Okay. Okay, I have to sign in to link my Google account. Okay.
Thing is, you guys can follow us. Like you guys can follow us and tell us to stop whenever you are not able to understand a particular part, because this is what you guys will be doing with us. So I hope
So
you
this is a
all
hands-on
have.
session. So just go to the stage Japsimran is in right now. Just create an account, log into Postman, and I think Japsimran, you can wait for them for 2-3 minutes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can navigate to the URL.
You can open, like anyone who is having any doubts while doing the process, you can ask us in the chat box or directly unmute by unmuting your mic. Okay. Well, you guys can actually follow it along with us, so that you guys can get you guys will understand how to do it.
Okay. So simply just click on any of the account and you will be signed in. Okay. That simple. I'll wait for confirmation. Please someone do this and please confirm me in the chat section and we'll move forward.
Yeah, I can see around 25 to 26 people who are actually doing it right now.
That's great.
Yeah. We have around, let's see. This has been accessed by 9, 20, 21, 26. 26 people at present.
Excuse me, can you please repeat the process, because I'm getting an error that unable to sign in.
Okay, I'll do it again. I'll sign out. Okay. So just go on the link which I gave you. Okay. This is the link. Okay. Or if you don't go on the link, just go to postman.com. That is also fine. If someone went on postman.com, that is also fine. You'll just click sign up for free. If you don't have an account, just go here and sign up with Google. We'll go here and just click on an account. Okay. And we are here. So if you still have any problems, just turn on your mic. We will be happy to help you.
Are you clear on that, Dina?
I'm doing it actually. I was disconnected in the between.
We'll wait, no problems.
Yeah, we'll wait. Even I had the internet issue now, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Happens.
I'll do it again. I'll sign out.
Just to mention, there will be swags on whoever is doing it better, right? If you haven't revealed it yet.
I haven't revealed it yet because I want this to be all natural.
All natural. Yeah, sounds good.
Hello guys,
Okay.
am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, Mitesh, you're audible.
So actually, I have been listening to the session, and you guys have been giving the information all as we expect you to. But I have a very lame question, but I would like you to answer that. Uh, we learned about the APIs from, as Surya already told us, but I want to question that what's actually the use of Postman in this whole process, like creating an API, using an API? What does Postman actually do us and help us with the API part?
Yeah.
What,
So should
what's
I
the role
go
of
on with this
Postman?
question, Surya?
I
Yeah.
can start and you can add if anything is there.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so what Postman basically is, you saw the slide I showed about using curl, the command line tool to access APIs and Postman, right? So would you prefer writing a request in a terminal with so many headers on your own, with every little syntax on your own? Or would you just
No.
prefer a graphical user interface where you input everything and just click on a click of a button, it gives you the response. You can see the formatted response, you can visualize the response, and you have a lot of
All
additional
right.
tools basically. Okay,
Okay.
and
So
using
Postman is
Postman,
helping us handling the API, right?
yeah,
Okay.
and
Okay.
using Postman, you can also create collections that Japsimran will show. Using collections, you can basically keep track of all the APIs. You can save responses. You can do a lot of stuff using Postman. It is basically just a development tool.
Development tool to manage all the APIs and working on
Yes.
with them, right? Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Thanks for your.
Just to add on, Shudra, if I may. All right.
Yeah.
So basically, when I've worked on the front end and integration part. So when you have APIs floating around random and you don't have it in your hand and at one single place, and you can see that what it is doing, what it is not doing, then you can't understand the entire structure of the project. So
Right.
Postman actually gives you that concise structure of the project. And you can understand how it is, where the data is going, how it is reverting back to you, and how you can use it in front end to integrate with your project. So
Right.
that's a personal point of view. That
So is Postman also, like, we can link it with the cloud services like AWS and GCP and all?
all right.
There are some features like something like Postman just started with the Chrome extension where you can just test your APIs, but now things have gone so much far. Postman is like a very big thing now. It's an industry standard now. If you you can say Moan is more of industry standard. Postman is also industry standard. In Postman, you can design your APIs. You can also design mock servers, and those could be like linked with some cloud and stuff, but like that is a very different part out of the scope of this tutorial. And but I think your question was, for your question, you don't need to link anything or such like that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. So why Postman? There could be other tools also in the market. Why Postman? Because everyone prefers Postman. It was built in such a way that everyone liked it, and it scaled too much. It was a hobby project. It started
Also,
as
yeah, Postman, I was about to say this. Postman is basically open source, okay? And there are a lot of tools other companies use. Those are paid tools. And what would you prefer? Would you prefer a paid tool, or would you prefer something open source that you can see, you can control?
Definitely open.
Postman has a paid model also for business.
That's for the enterprises.
Yeah, the enterprise license. Also, if in your campus, if you have many students who want to work in a collaborative project, you can get an educational license from Postman. Surya could help, or I could help you in this thing. Okay, so
sure.
we can go with the session. Okay? Now
Yeah,
we will be going on basics of API. Okay, so this. Okay, so this is a workspace already made where we'll be testing some APIs. Okay, but I don't want to make changes in this because this will be reflected for everyone because it's a public workspace, and I want to make a copy, so I'll fork it. It is the same with GitHub. Like you fork a GitHub repo, you'll fork one. Okay, I'll click on fork. I'll write here hello API, API and Surya 101 event. Okay, I'll add it in my workspace. Okay, I'll fork the collection. So this whole collection, could have some routes like get request, post request already configured for me, and the main part, the documentation. So I don't know about the API which we're gonna test. Nah, so I need a documentation. How would I know? If Surya created something, how would I know? So in that case, documentation is the only way to go. So I forked it and I have the documentation. Okay. So this documentation, this is the domain. Okay. I'll show you. Before that, let's test Postman and let's make some basic requests. So these two are my workspaces. I already have some. You won't see these like Instagram, Graph API, and JWT auth. You won't see them in your collection. You will just see basics of API, a fork. Okay. I'll add the URL here. I'll just search https google.com. I'll make a GET request and we can preview that. We can like get the
So
raw
adding on to Amitesh's question here. I just talked about the preview feature, right? So Japsimran, if you can preview the response.
Yeah. I was just going through that. Okay. We have the raw response. We can prettify, like we have a VS Code in our Postman, and also the preview, the actual where we can parse the HTML and the CSS. Okay. Yeah. This is like a google.com. We can just search that. You can go on google.com. No, not this one. Not this one. .com and I have to delete everything. Okay. So this is the Google, the same one. And if we search Postman here, okay, this is the page. So the end point here is search question mark and Q, and the parameter value here is Postman. Okay, I'll copy that. I'll paste it here, okay, and I'll get a search. Okay, we got the response. So Postman, you can say it's an inbuilt browser, it's an inbuilt VS Code for testing, and you can also get raw response. It's like you'll see response on the command line. So everything in one, so you can do your testing anytime, like in a very wonderful way. Now, let's start with our actual workspace part. Okay, so be careful here. The things we'll be doing, the swag challenge will be very similar to that. Okay, so now we'll make our first request. Let's go to documentation. Oh, before one more thing. Let me get that. Can you please post the link again? The workspace link. Anyone? Okay, this is a link. I guess I'm right. Yes. So here, before we start, go on basics of API and comment something here like hello world or hello to APIs. You will see a lot of public comments here. You can comment here like you ask problems, give solution to people. So this is also a very good use of Postman. I'll say hello Postman API 101. Okay, and comment. Okay, you can just do it, like just do it fast. Okay. Now we are back on our task and we'll go on documentation for this workspace. So our API endpoint is this. I will copy that. Go to get data. Go here. So we have three endpoints here. One is ports, one is joke, and one is book. So I'll give it to the chat. What do you want? Like, which one should we go on? The jokes one, the quotes one, or the books one? Which API we want to test today?
All right, chat, it's up to you. Do you want
Yeah.
to hear a joke? Do you want to hear a quote? You want to, okay, I
Jokes.
see jokes.
Jokes.
Okay, lot of jokes.
Jokes, okay. Okay, we'll go with jokes. I'll copy this endpoint, go to get data and make a get request. We have many requests. Okay, so in this session, we'll go with get, post, put, and delete. Okay, we'll go with these four. The rest are out of the scope of this event. Okay, we got some data. Okay, joke is who is a programmer? A programmer is a machine who turns coffee into code.
That is an accurate description.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the get request. Okay. We can see here the joke has 4: get, post, put, and delete, as I told you. And this is the description of the get request. Okay. We can get a random joke from the base endpoint, which is joke, and we can also get the ID, like a specific joke. By default, we have 4 jokes, and I'll tell you how to add more, and you will be adding some more jokes. So in here, I'll go joke/1. Okay, what is hardware? A part of the computer which you can kick. This is a hardware. Okay, so this is a specific joke. Okay, I'll also tell you about one more feature of Postman. That is, if I add like, what do we say? It's shift and semicolon. Oh, it's colon. It's colon and
colon.
ID. Yeah, it's a colon and ID. We get a path variable option. Okay, and I'll like to add a value 1. So I can make this dynamic anytime I want. Okay, we got the same joke. So this is power of Postman. And now our get part is complete. We will make one more what do we say? Add request. We'll make one more request. I'll name it post data. Okay. The same URL, but we'll change the get to post because we are posting a new joke. But I don't know how to post a new joke. I'll go to the documentation again. Like, documentation is the way to go. We have a post request, we have a post method here. Okay, to send a new joke, go to this base URL and joke. I did that, and then add the body to your request of request in the body. Okay, so I have this joke. I'll add that in the body part. So I have raw data here. I'll paste it, but this won't work because this is a JSON data and I have to turn it into JSON because our API accepts JSON data. The API is configured in such a way. Now, Control S, and it's saved. And now I'll send the request to the post request, but still it won't work. Let us see the error. So we have a 404. Okay, the path was wrong. Okay, this won't work. Again, we have a 400 error. Okay, joke with ID 1 already exists. Add new ID. So this is the problem. Joke with ID 1 already exists. We need a new ID now. I'll add 21. Okay, so bugs are features. We'll send this and 201 created. Cool. Any 200 response is good to go. Okay, now we can also get that joke. Okay, I'll go to get ID and ID is 21. Also, we can have some automation and scripts running in Postman. Like the syntax is same with some JavaScript. If you know JavaScript, you can do some automation testing in Postman also. Testing for your APIs, like you can run thousands of tests at a click. Okay, so we got the response. Okay, we got the get response. Now I'll ask you guys to send a joke. Like, do the same thing. Okay.
Already done.
Already okay.
You're fast.
Okay, yeah. Just give me the ID, so I won't be able to
31.
know.
31.
Okay, let's get 31. ID 31. Okay, just
Oh,
have some
you
new
didn't
jokes.
change the data.
Yeah, some new jokes. I want new jokes. We can use Python. There's nothing like Python JSON. JSON is only JSON. Okay, you can use JSON in Python. Your question was, can I use JSON in Python? Yes, you can use JSON in Python. For that, you have to parse, or you can serialize. You have to convert that JSON into Python readable code. So this is how you work with JSON in many languages. You can work in Java, C, C++. Okay, you have JSON that have specific rules. You have to convert that, and then you can use that natively in that language. So we have one more ID, 35.
Oh, 35 is Chetak. That's cool.
Okay. Okay, my bad. I changed it to output. Okay, sorry. Okay. CAPTCHA. Grammars are not important. Like I always suffer with this CAPTCHA. My CAPTCHAs are always wrong. Okay, that was a good one.
Alright, guys,
So
just add new jokes and send your ID here.
Yeah. We need some more jokes. Okay.
Come on, there are 160 people in the session.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Check for 41.
Okay, 41. 40. Okay, not here again. 41. And author is DJ, nice name. A machine that turn code into coffee. Okay.
I wish it could have happened.
What if there's a machine, you write code and it makes coffee? Okay, that's a coffee machine, never mind.
Like your things remind me of the GitHub Copilot. GitHub Copilot that can turn your problem statement into a code. I've not tested. Has anyone tested GitHub Copilot?
I have actually. It's pretty good.
Okay.
I added my lab problem statement, the computer lab problem statement to it, and it gives you the answer.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so our programming job is in danger.
It is.
Okay, now we'll go with update. We'll make a new request here. Okay, the ones who are making a post request, they can. We'll just go to new request.
Check
This
for
is
69.
I was expecting this number. I was already expecting.
Yeah, I was wondering why. Never mind.
Okay. Did you ask why? Ice cubes float in the pool of their own blood. This was deep.
I mean, it's technically correct.
This is very deep, man.
This went real deep.
Yeah, I am real deep.
Let's update now. Suppose I made a post request. Now author is Ali Mustafa and bugs are features. I like to update this. So ID is 21. Let's go to the documentation again. Okay. So yeah, here's the documentation. Also Postman gives you an auto documentation feature. That is also great. Okay, then we'll go to update. I want to update a joke. So we'll go to put method. We have to pass the base URL, and then we have to send the same data with the new like you can tell the with changes the data with new changes. Update. The method is put base URL. Let's copy it again. Paste it, joke, and copy the data. Okay, I'll copy this only. Post, get, update. Okay, I'll go to body. It's raw and JSON data. Okay, let's make it 21 only. Author No, I'm the author. I'm the author. Okay. Don't tell anyone. Bugs are new features. Okay. Let's start. Okay. Let's take the complete credit here. So we are making a put request. So 204. We are good to go. This means the server accepted the response but didn't give something back. And 200 means fine. Okay. Our work is done. So let's get to get again. Let's check. Okay, what was the ID? ID was 21. Okay. So 21 and let's send it. It's updated. So now you have learned three things: getting the data, making new data, and updating the existing data. Okay. Now we'll do one more thing. Okay. What if I want to delete this? Okay, we have to delete some data. So for that, we'll make a new request. I'll name it del data. Okay. Yeah. Let's go to the documentation again. Let me see how we can delete this data in this API. Fourth method is delete. Yeah. So you have to give the ID of the joke, and that's it. That's it. We're good to go. We went here. I'll write. You can not even write like IDDD. This doesn't make any difference. Okay. And the ID is 21. And we'll send
it's basically like a variable. It basically just makes your URL dynamic.
Yeah. It's make it like what if like you want to change every time, and it's a long like a path. So you have to click here again, change this. Postman just makes it easier to understand your URL structure. You can understand it better. Okay. So okay, and we'll send it. Yeah, joke with 21 is deleted. We have 200 response. Let's check it again. Is it deleted or not? We'll go to get 21. We had the data last time. Let's check it again. Yeah, 404 not found. It works. So now we have, let me re-summarize this. We first made a get request, how to get data from a server. Then we gave data to the server and asked our server to save it. Then third option is updating the data. I gave wrong data by mistake and then updated it. And fourth is we deleted that data. This is a basic CRUD operation API made by Eraser specifically for this event, and we successfully tested this. Okay, now comes the part of swags. ID 420. Okay, getting some interesting numbers. Okay, let's get 420. 420. Get data. Joke not found. No. Is something.
They delete it and then they again told you to search for it. That might be a case.
Maybe.
Just please confirm if 420 is available.
We can check for 69 again though. I changed it.
When you buy a bigger bed, you have a bigger bedroom, but a smaller bed.
Ritesh, why are you getting so deep today?
I'm always so bad.
Okay. Yeah, you can check for 41 again for update. Yeah. Okay, I'll check 41. Let's send it.
So you can also have fun while you are,
Okay,
using
DJ.
APIs.
Definitely.
Give sugar. If semicolon is missing.
Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. No,
Okay, nice.
but what if it's a Python code?
Oh, bro.
Indentation can be there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lol.
Bro, document this like code. Not code, but the joke. Okay, is anyone here with a new joke?
I think 78.
Okay, 78. 78. We have 35 with us.
Hello there.
There's
Okay.
39.
Hi, hi.
Hello there.
Wouldn't it be hello world?
No, hello world is not a joke.
It's
Hello
a joke
there
for
could
the
be.
programmers, you know.
No. I don't believe this. Hello world is not a joke. Hello world is a source of satisfaction when your program runs for the first time. We have 35,
Yes,
39.
it sounds good. Joke.
All right. I think you deleted it.
Yes. Don't delete your jokes. Don't delete your jokes.
39. First row. Yeah.
I believe it.
It
I
works.
believe
Don't
it.
touch it.
No,
Someone is scamming.
All right. I think someone is deleting the data. So that's what happens when you don't use an
yes.
don't have authorization tokens in your APIs. Anyone can access it. That is why you need security in your APIs. Okay.
See, like anyone else's data, anyone can delete. So,
Yeah.
That's why you need authentication. So, okay. We have jokes. Okay, which joke? There was an endpoint to get all the jokes. I think I missed it. Give me a moment. I had. Give me a moment.
there's a good one. When error is on line 42, but you only have 4 lines of code.
That happens when you use a library or a package. Yeah, this is the endpoint. We have one more endpoint so that we can view all the jokes together.
Oh, joke not found was a
Okay,
joke.
that's itself what a joke.
Oh.
What is the ID?
You added a text data instead of a JSON data.
I've done
Yeah,
that.
you scammed us. You scammed us.
No. He scammed us. Actually,
he scammed us.
Okay, it's 200 response. I didn't saw it. He scammed us.
Yes, he did. Is it this? This is a good one. There's a good one.
This is a good one.
That was a good joke. Yeah.
I didn't saw 200. He actually scammed us.
No, but that's a good one, huh?
Yeah. Like people are very smart.
Scam 200.
200. Okay. So if anyone has any questions with this.
Yeah, you guys have the
Someone
permission to
just
unmute
scam 200.
yourselves.
Yeah.
तो कैसे अभी मतलब कोई चीज डिलीट कर दिया तो ऑथराइजेशन के लिए क्या करेंगे अब?
Yeah, for that the API, okay, this API which has been created, you have some authorization token. If it is JWT, I'll show you mine. This is like pre-existing my project. So in this one, this is a path. Okay, so don't spam it now. This is the path. Okay, and in this we have this authorization token.
You just displayed it.
You just made your token public.
Yeah, I know. I will change it. I know that.
All right.
I did
Never
the
make
same.
your tokens public.
Yeah, thing is,
and I am pretty sure Shooter is the first one who screenshotted.
It's a recorded session, so
yeah,
It is already recorded.
Yeah, scene is I had a session in like Mumbai college in Mumbai in GDSC. I made env files to hide my Discord tokens, and by mistake I forgot to add the env file in the GitHub node and uploaded that on the GitHub repo. So from now I show the tokens and delete those tokens. That is better for me because I know I will make it public by mistake. So this is
just a quick question. We have API tokens which can authorize us and stuff, but is there a way in which we can go around this? Like if even someone sees your token, he's not able to access a particular API. Is there any way we can do that? Just
Yeah.
hypothetical, if we can think something.
Yeah. Sin is, in that case, what Google does, it does not only matches your API tokens, it also matches your IP address you use, your location from where you match the request. So I'll take a very good attack. Don't do it on anyone. Capture their MAC address, their IP address, and yeah, you are good to go. And then their tokens, the API tokens. Then implant those tokens in your browser, spoof your IP address and your MAC address. You will log in without 2FA. You don't need two-factor authentication. You directly log into the account. You don't need the password for the person you're trying to hack. And don't try this. Okay, it's just for educational purposes.
Yes.
Yeah. So
It's like,
this is
it's like, here's a chocolate and don't eat it.
yeah. Yeah. The thing is, you have to find a way to get tokens from your host.
You have to
which
find
you
a
can't.
way to get the MAC address, and that's not.
I'm not gonna tell you how you'll get the tokens. How will you like?
No. Let's not. We've got some very spooky children out here.
Yeah.
They can.
I want you to find out ways. How do you want to spoof things or get the tokens? That's on you. Do it with Surya.
Okay, I'm not involved in any way. Okay.
Okay. Just how a nuclear weapon was created for defense. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. Just anyone has any kind of question on how things are happening, what extra we can do, what are the limitations, any kind of questions you guys are having, then I think you guys are like, we have kept the forum open. You guys can talk to us. Am I audible?
Yeah.
You are audible. I think
You are audible, Ritesh.
Oh, I think the students are thinking that we are taking a Viva of some sort.
No. I guess they are thinking like that.
Yeah. Okay. So let's be chill. You guys can ask anything you want and don't get worried about. कोई कुछ नहीं बोलने वाला, and कोई भी language में पूछो, we are comfortable in all the language.
If you won't open this, I know you won't open this link. Now I won't.
I know what that is.
No, I won't. Someone else do
Oh,
this.
that's Panda. If that's Panda, I think you should just try and open it.
I know.
Yes. If that's
Yes,
Panda, I
you
think
can.
you
I
should
mean,
try and open it.
that's a ritual now.
Yeah, that's a ritual now.
ritual.
Come
That's a
on.
ritual.
That's a ritual.
Someone else should share the screen. Like this is the way how you get your
Shoot,
other person's IP address.
Shoot.
Do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Please.
You can trust us. We are not getting your IP address or your MAC address.
Nothing.
This is not a
nothing.
phishing link.
You can
Yes,
come.
this is
not
not
a
a session
phishing
for
link.
that. Just open
What's
it.
the ID? What's the ID?
It's 01001.
Okay, it's on you, Surya. I'm gonna open it.
This is not a phishing link.
01001.
001.
This is binary or something.
This is some kind of binary shit he's uploaded. Okay.
You will copy that
Okay.
link and paste it in your tab.
You can just.
Ah!
No!
Oh no! Oh no! Anyway, I think that was a half successful ritual.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a request.
Oh my god.
The ad spoiled it, man. You should have YouTube Premium.
Okay, I'll ask
Alright.
Postman to sponsor me on that.
Achha, I just got a question from Dina. After writing ID and value, besides there is a description box. There we need to write a contact. Like, do we need to write something like what is that year for? What is that column for? She's asking that.
Give me a moment. Where is my workspace? My workspace. Is my screen visible?
Yes, perfectly
Yeah.
visible.
Okay, we are here with the first one, and we have a description.
Description,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, this description is for the ones, like suppose we are in a team project, we are 10 people. I made this API and I'm testing this. Surya doesn't know. So this is a description for that person. What will this get? More of a documentation.
Okay, I wasn't paying
If I'm
attention.
not
I just
wrong,
heard my name.
if I'm not wrong, but this description is just for documentation purposes.
It is for documentation.
Basically,
So
you just
Postman
keep a
has an
tab.
auto documentation. Postman has an auto documentation feature, right? So
Hmm.
if you add a description, it will automatically make the documentation for you and add auto documentation.
Yes. All right. Yeah. Here we are adding a
Okay.
description, right?
And this is a documentation.
Yeah.
Here it is.
So I hope that clears it up, Dina.
अगर डिस्क्रिप्शन मतलब खाली ऐड कर दे और वैल्यू ऐड नहीं करे तो वो डिस्क्रिप्शन के हिसाब से भी आ जाएगा क्या डेटा?
नहीं,
नहीं,
value
डिस्क्रिप्शन
is
भी एक पाथ वेरिएबल हो रहा है.
Description is just for me. This will be just only in this documentation. Server won't receive any description.
अच्छा.
Okay, this
Description
is just
बोलने
for
से comments ना?
हाँ.
it is basically comments.
Comments.
And
Always important, I think I'm correct, but always important is key value pair, like we have in any other dictionary database or any other kind of JSON database stuff. Right? All right. So any other questions, guys?
we have to discuss about the swags.
Yeah.
People will kid us.
They're waiting for the slides, I think.
Continue.
Yeah. Okay. This continue. Just show the slide.
Yeah. So I'll just go back to the slides.
Yeah. Let me stop. Okay. If anyone has some questions, just ask now about the Postman interface or Postman, and then we'll move away to the swag part.
Before the swag part, there is a little something. We talked about Postman student experts, right? So if you want to learn how to become a Postman student expert, I'll just share my screen.
Yeah.
Hold on. All right, so this is the recap of whatever we learned in this session, in the hands-on session. We learned about the different methods, that is the get, the post, the put, and delete methods. We learned about addresses and the endpoints URLs, how to access them, how to send parameters like the ID that we were sending to the URL. We talked about authorization, and we see that without authorization, anyone can access the endpoint and change the data. And we also learned about the body of the request that we want to send, right? The JSON data or the text data to the guy whoever scammed us. That was a nice one. So yeah. Now, to continue learning as a student expert, first of all, what a student expert is basically, Postman has this amazing student community. We both are a part of the community. Me, Japsimran, we are a part of the community. What we do is basically we help in getting other people certified in using Postman, using APIs, testing and building APIs, and sending more sophisticated requests, editing documentation, run automation scripts itself in Postman. Okay, so to continue your learning as a student expert, you have to head over to this bit.ly link. I'll share this in the chat box after I'm done and shortly. So now what everyone was basically waiting for, the swags. Okay, so win swags,
sorry to interrupt, but
yeah.
Postman student certification is one of very cool certifications. I don't want to tell the value of the certification. I would moreover tell you that when you are gonna learn, when you're gonna be part of the certification, it's more like of a working process rather than exam. It's a combination of many things. You won't see this kind of thing. It will take around 4 hours, 5 hours, around 1 day, and depending how good you are
If you're
at
new to it,
APIs.
it would take hardly 1 day.
Yeah, at most it will take 1 to 2 days. You'll have some errors, you'll solve them. But believe me, you'll have awesome community that helps you. And in this 1-2 days, you'll learn too much about APIs. Too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree with Japsimran.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll share the bit.ly link shortly. Now, what everyone was waiting for in the session, swags. So to earn swags, share your learning with us on Twitter and on LinkedIn. This is our Twitter handles. Tag me and tag Japsimran in Twitter. Share what you learned in the session. Be descriptive about the session. And use these two hashtags, the Postman student hashtag and the API 101 hashtags. If we find some tweets that are interesting, that catches our eye, we would contact you and Postman would send the swags to you. I won't reveal the hard number of people that would get selected.
There's a special kit designed specifically for this event. This would have a t-shirt which I'm wearing and a sticker set. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. It's with me only. Give me a moment.
All right, that's the hype which swags bring. So
yeah,
you just.
So this is the sticker pack which you'll get, and you'll get this t-shirt as a swag, and this will be delivered within a week. First it took around 3-4 months, but now everything is being shipped from India, so you'll receive them really fast.
सर्टिफिकेशन के बारे में थोड़ा सा और बता सकते हैं आप लोग?
Yeah, sure. So today I told you about API 101. So certification is more focused on overall using of Postman. You must know the script work, how to make automation scripts in Postman, how to make variables, how to do authentication, and everything is packed in under one roof. This is all about the certification. You'll have some comments. It's more like a quest. API list.
So any prerequisites for it?
Zero.
No.
Zero.
None.
You'll learn everything.
Just have a Postman account, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just I want to just let them know that कैसे 30 days of Google Cloud का था zero prerequisite. Similarly, Postman का भी जो certification है zero prerequisite. It wants you to learn. The more you learn, the better you get certified.
This is a community, okay, student
Yes.
community. This is by the students for the students. I just gave the definition of
Yes.
Yeah, you can say it's powered by Postman, and like all the work is done by the students only.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are the postman for Postman.
This is one swag, that is share your learnings, make a GitHub or Twitter post. Like we'll have different prices for Twitter and different prices for LinkedIn. Okay, Instagram won't work here because Postman is not on Instagram. Okay, so LinkedIn and Twitter. Okay.
Shopman, if you can just give both of our Twitter handles and Instagram links in the chat.
Sure. Just give me a minute.
Just put it in the chat, I
So
guess.
while he does that, this is the first way to earn the swags. You have to share your learnings on Twitter or LinkedIn, and you have to tag both of us so that we can
use
see
the hashtag.
And use the hashtag so that we can see who uploaded the content. And second is a public workspace challenge. Japsimran, you can tell about this one since you took the hands-on session.
Yeah, so I have to share my screen. Okay, give me a moment. Yeah. So as we fork this workspace, what we have to do, go to postman.com. Okay, and create a workspace. In this workspace, you will use a public API, any public API. So how to find public API? Public, you can say CRUD API, let's make it APIs. Okay, public APIs. These are some of the public APIs available. Okay, and animal, okay, let's use animal. Okay, this is the API. Don't go with authentication. If you want to go, it's it's a plus point, and you have to do the same thing which I did. Let me go this session. So this is a workspace. What you are seeing on the screen is a workspace. You have to create a scene. Okay, this is a complete workspace. Basic of API is a complete workspace, and you have to create this, but with all the get, post, update, delete request, which I just created. Let me show you. Yeah, so I have 3 workspaces. You have to create one workspace. Like this gets this post, update. The more effort you put, the more time you give in. If you do documentation also, you have a better chance of winning facts.
Yeah. We would choose a few. I am pretty sure we will receive above around 50 workspaces. I don't know. We have 150 participants, so I think
that's on Ali sir. That's on Ali sir.
Yeah.
How many
I don't know
slides
how many will receive, but
if
we
we
cannot
have
give swag
around
to all of you, right?
150,
So
if we
we
have
can't
around
give a number. We
150,
can't give
let's
a number. We
hope
can't
for
give a
around
number.
100 workspaces.
Yeah, but we can't guarantee the number of swags. Everything is on Postman. Okay, the social media winners and the workspace winners will submit your links to Surya. Surya will give you a form within 24 hours. You have 48 hours. Like after that 24 hours, you have total of 48 hours.
Actually, after the session, I'll share a link for the feedback form, and you can edit the response of the feedback form, and that feedback form only has a has an entry for the workspace URL. So
Yes.
fill the feedback form, and later on within 48 hours, edit your response and enter the URL. We will check it, and the form will close after 48 hours. So right after the session ends, right when the session ends, actually, I'll share the feedback form.
So the swags will take around a month because it takes around 7 to 10 days for shipping and also evaluating the results, and from the postman side, packaging, it will take around a month. So don't please.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you please repeat like what we have to share regarding the link? I mean the workspace link.
So this is my workspace, okay, and this is a public workspace. So if this is, you can see it's a gold Trinity. This is his username, workspace. Okay.
Yeah, I
If
mean, do I need to share the one that I forked?
No,
No.
you have to create a new one.
See, this is I'll clear this out a bit. This is basically a mini project that we're asking you to make with any random public API that you want to use. Japsimran, if you can go to the list of the public APIs on GitHub, you can choose any one of them.
Also, we have some workspaces, public workspaces on Postman also. Okay, so you can search us, like search Postman for like you can go for workspaces, and let's make it, animal. You have a lot of workspaces public. Okay, you can see. Okay, you can take some ideas, and I'll say public APIs. Okay, we'll have Coven public API. You have to consume those APIs. Okay, not specifically this one. Anyone you want, anyone. Okay,
basically find an API that you like and create a small little mini project within Postman using that API. We are not asking you to make an API. Obviously, you'll need a backup for that. Choose a
Just build the structure that we did today. Build the structure.
Just use Postman. Okay, just use whatever we taught you today.
Yeah, this is an API. You can see, and I consume this API in this session. You have to do the same. You have to get any, not this one, any other one. Okay, there are many APIs. It could be a CRUD API, just like there is a very famous.
There's a SpaceX API.
Okay.
My animalist.
REST API. This is very famous. Okay, any API is also very famous.
And if anyone is here is an anime fan, you can use MAL APIs and all those things. So
this is a collection of many APIs. You can use Spotify API, Oxford Dictionary. This could also work. You have a get. Okay, this is things path. Okay, this is a very good example. You can work on this. These are the responses you can get. and an example code, and schema for the API. Okay, that is it. So yeah, Surya, please share the screen.
Yeah, that is it basically. And I'll just share my screen. What we have left is these, I hope my screen is visible, these resources. The Learning Center, we have learning.postman.com, and I will share all these links below in a while in the chat box. So
Surya, we
the
also
Learning
have
Center
one
is...
more message in the chat. Can you please address that?
The certification link, please.
I will, yeah.
Since this is a recorded session, it will go on YouTube and all the links will be there in the description. Don't have to worry.
Yeah. And you guys, I think most of you who is in IEM, basically, I think you are a part of Diversion or are in the ECM Discord server. We will include those those links as well, and we will post it there as well, because we want to spread the knowledge. Okay.
Yeah, and not just that, you can even share it in any community that you want, not just Diversion. Any community that you want, you can share it in that and get as many learners as we can, right?
Also, the number of swags is directly proportional to number of people watching this event and taking actions, that is actually posting on LinkedIn, Twitter, and making the workspace. The more people join, the more swags will be given.
True that.
Yeah.
So like this video will be there in our YouTube channel. So yeah, this will be completely uploaded over there. So do check it out. We'll share the link in our announcement channels. So yeah.
Today's
So yeah, I gave the bit.ly link for the Postman student programs. Just navigate to the student expert program, and I'll share these resources URL as well. You can go over to Learning Center to learn more about Postman. You can explore the different APIs, public APIs Postman has to offer using the explore.postman.com. And you can check our community forum, community.postman.com, interact with the community there. So now time for the Q&A session, basically. We're already having the Q&A session because there's an open session. So yeah, finally asking all the participants here once again, if anyone have any question about the swags, about the event, about a Postman, anything, you can go ahead and ask it now. I'll stop sharing my screen.
All right, guys, any questions?
Also before the questions, let's everyone who can turn on the cameras, let's turn on the camera and we'll have a picture and post it on like LinkedIn and Twitter.
Yeah,
we will have. So yep,
everyone
please,
if you can quickly turn on your cameras,
turn on your camera, please.
It'll be a good picture that we can actually post on, LinkedIn or Twitter.
The host is actually disabled. So
all right.
Yep.
Oh,
okay, wait.
Okay, till then I'll address the question by Shivam. What is Postman student expert or leader?
Yes,
so Postman
allowed, everyone.
Yeah, Postman student expert is a certification where you will learn about Postman and APIs, to be very specific, how APIs work using a system created by Postman. You will take 1 or 2 days at most. And Postman student leader is kind of a person, like I'm a Postman student leader. So what I do is teach you guys about APIs. So I think I'm clear.
So basically वो लोग expert बन जाएंगे, फिर वो लोग पढ़ाएंगे.
Yeah. So for being a Postman student leader, you need to be Postman student expert.
Everyone switch on your camera.
Everyone, please, everyone.
So it's fine wherever you are. It's not an issue. Just switch on your camera. It's fine. We'll just take a quick snap.
All right. So any pose, anything you want to make, like
anything. All right, let everyone switch on. Let them.
Let's give them some time.
Yeah, let us give them some time. All right. Also, if after we take the picture, I think after we end the session, when officially end it, but unofficially, you guys can ask us anything you want off the record.
Yeah.
Obviously. Right.
Also before that, please fill this form. This
feedback
form is very important for us.
Yes, that is important.
To know like how we can improve the sessions and you could get better.
And later on, you can avail this as a participation link as well for the swags thing.
All
Yeah,
right.
to avail the swags, you have to fill the feedback form as well, so we can keep track of who was in the session, because you need to tag us, you need to be a part of the session, and also, yeah, fill the feedback form. Tell us how we can improve on the sessions.
Yes.
And
All right.
get ready for the picture.
Do we have any more people? Last call for anyone to switch on their cameras, and then we will click a picture. Anyone who wants to switch on the camera and get featured on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
All right.
So
right.
we have many people, and that won't fit in my screen at least.
I have.
Okay. Yeah, if you have that gallery view with everyone.
Yeah, I am doing gallery only. As many people as I can take in. I am doing.
There is a mode. There is a mode. Okay, that is in Microsoft Teams, I guess. Okay. So
No
take
worries.
multiple pictures. Okay.
Yeah, we'll take multiple pictures.
Yeah,
No worries.
exactly.
Okay. So everyone, do whatever pose you want.
We'll take 2 pictures with 2 poses.
All right. So this is the first pose, everyone. Who is clicking the picture though?
I am.
So you are? Okay.
Yeah. 2 pictures done.
Okay. The second screen.
Yeah. 2 pictures done. And yeah, I think it's fine. Wait, let me just save them. Whoa.
All right, guys. So do share your work in in LinkedIn and all. Do showcase like what you have learned actually. So yep, and tag both Surya and Japsimran, and also tag Postman, #Postman, and also API session 101. Right, Surya?
Yeah. So we Shopner already gave Japsimran's and my social links. Tag us on Twitter, tag us on LinkedIn whenever you're posting it, so that we can keep a track of the people who are posting.
Make sure you tag them and you put in the hashtags they mentioned, because that's the most important part of the thing, the challenge basically.
Can I just take the? I'll just take the form link.
These are the hashtags. I'm writing it in the chat box once again.
All right.
Rohit, can we see?
Surya, I am giving one link so that.
Okay.
All right. Open it up. You'll find everything inside.
Nice one. Nice
that
one.
That was great.
You get your pictures, you get the links, you get everything.
Nice one. All right, so head over to the Notion side, and DB created a page for us.
Notion is really a
Notion also has an API.
Yeah, currently we are working actually really in that project.
That's really great.
Actually, I had a question. Like, I went to that Notion API site, but I couldn't actually figure out like what's its purpose, like what it's actually used for.
1 minute. Let's officially end the session. उसके बाद फिर जितना बात करना कर सकते हैं.
हाँ, exactly.
All right.
And fill the feedback form.
Ending note. एक बार बोलो.
I don't have an ending note. How was the session, guys?
Okay, so let's not end it here. Let's continue from here in the next session.
Yeah, API 102.
API 102.
We will have it soon. That an offline one.
I'm just thinking what will happen when we reach API 404.
Let's just reach API 200 first.
Let's reach 200.
Like it's not important or something like 101, 102. You can do it in any manner. Just this is a process which you like students could have been benefited for this. Postman doesn't tells you to do anything of like that. You can do anything you want. If you want a hackathon with API literacy, you can go with it. You can just talk about API literacy, you can go with it. So if someone doesn't have specific in mind, they can go with 101, 102, 103, 145. It's something like that. So it's not nothing compulsory or something. If Surya wants to do 102 or 103, it's up to Surya what he wants to do.
All right. Cool.
Okay, so I think we're done. We can just stop the recording, and thank you guys for participating today. Thank you, Japsimran, for giving your time today. And I know it's a weekend, it's in the afternoon, and You guys must be sleepy, but there's another charm in studying about tech and everything. That's why we are here studying computer science and its related technologies, right? So thank you everyone for being a part, and I hope you join us in the next session as well. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you,
All right,
Surya,
thank you
for
everyone for
inviting me
being
here.
Thank you, Japsimran, for being here. All
Okay.
right, so
Can we quickly stop the
let's end the
recording?
recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can wait.